Hi everyone, so I've decided to buy out my Kona when it's come to the PCP deal being up. Had till the end of the month to make my mind up, and I've been umming and ahhing, and you might have seen my review of the car after 2.5 years, and it was about 25,000 miles at the time. I'll put the link up here for that car, for that video. So why did I decide to buy it out? Well, it came down to money really. I didn't really want to buy the car out if it was worth a lot less than the balloon payment, because I could just hand it back and they would take that hit rather than me, and I could buy the same car from someone else for cheaper on the open market. But sometimes you get really lowball offers from these websites, you know, like We Buy Any Car or Motorway or whatever it is. So I'll show you some of that. So some people have been disasterizing about used EV prices, but if you look on the open market, which is what I did, you can see that the balloon payment is about right, and so, you know, I was happy to buy the car with that balloon payment. And while we had really high used EVs prices, was like thrilled for that to be the case. And in the end, I'm happy with the car. It's got great mileage. It's about the right size for us. Doesn't feel too crazy for me to drive to work when it's just me, and it's big enough to fit the wife and the kids in, and some stuff. And with the roof box, it's good enough for camping and all that kind of jazz. And you know, it looks okay. It's still in pretty good condition. I've got no qualms about the car at all. The battery's still reporting it's perfect. Fairly happy with it. But I guess it came down to the financials. So did I want to buy out a car with a balloon payment of around 17.5 grand? If that's what I could sell it for? No. And if you go into a dealer, they need to make money, so they're going to offer you a low ball offer like that. This has jumped up and down, up and down, up and down, loads over the last few months. But has been mostly around 15,000. So I thought, oh god, right, I'm going to lose 2 grand. I could just let them take it back and buy the same car on the open market when they send it to auction, send it to a dealer. I could buy my own car back eventually when it comes on the market for a few £1,000s less. But ultimately, if you look on, say, Auto Trader at cars like mine that are for sale in dealers, the price looks about right. So this one has around my mileage, same reg, probably in the same condition. This is at my dealership as well, actually, around 18,000. That's okay. Let's look on the next page for the next one. That's around my mileage. It's the same plate, 19,000. And what, 20,000 there, that's less mileage. I did ask them to sort it by miles. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Sort by mileage, yeah. So these are all a bit less mileage and a bit more, 10,000. Right, let's try and get this right. So here we go, right. 31. You want 50, that's an MG. Ugh, fucking website. But anyway, the price seems about right. And so ultimately, happy with the car. Why not just keep it? Looked at the alternatives, and so what are the alternatives? What would I want? A foreign alternative if I was going to look for one. Well, let's change it up here. I could go for a new Tesla, couldn't I? So what have we got? These are in stock Model 3s. I don't know if it's the old or the new one. Let's say because of the discount, this is the old one. You could get 0% financing on a long-range rear-wheel Model 3. These are just a rear-wheel drive, non-long range. So how much would that be? Well, for 15,000 miles with no deposit on a 9.5% APR, that would be 7,380. Oh, I need to zoom out a bit on this, don't I? Right, let's get that moved. That's better. Perfect. Right. So instead of having my loan at the moment of around £400 for 4 years, or that's 5 years, isn't it? So can't do that, but 3 or 5 years. Let's do 5. So even over 5 years, that's way more than I pay for my car over 4 years. So I'm not going to increase my spending by that much. That seems crazy. What's the next one? Well, could go for a long range So let's show you how much a long range would cost. So new, these are all rear-wheel drive long range, so that's how they would be new. And if I go on here, you are getting, that changed. Let's see if I can find it. Go on Tesla. Right, let's look at this. How much would a long range be? I'd set all this up before. Ugh, how annoying. So, PCP, 5 years, no deposit, 15,000 a year, go, £600. So, still 50% more than what I'm paying for the Kona. So, do I like the Model 3 more? Yes. Do I like having 0% finance? Yes. Rather than a 6% loan. But can I justify paying 50% more? No. So that's Tesla done. So what are my other alternatives? Well, I quite like an Ioniq 6. Would want the Ultimate because it would want a sunroof. That's, you know, part of the reason why I would want a new car. So how much would this cost us? Well, £768. £50,000. No thank you. Well, what about an Ioniq 5 for the same sort of details on a PCP? This is just over 3 years with no deposit, with my annual mileage. That's quite a lot. £50,000. That's quite a lot. But it's, yeah, so not quite affordable. What else have we got? Is this the Kona? No. Here's the Kona, all new Kona. Could get a new Kona, charges a bit faster. You get to choose a nice red colour, like the red. It's a little bigger, so you've got a bigger boot. And this is over 5 years, so that's 50% more than what I'm paying. If we take it down to, what's 4 years again? That's 3, let's say that's 4. So 55-60% more. No, so it's very difficult. But what about second-hand ones? Well, could go for a second-hand Model 3. This one's not a bad one, a 2019 one, so 4 years older than my 3-year-old car. It's a bit more. Tesla's retained their value better because of the supercharger network and all that kind of jazz. It's a better looking car. But this would be around $580 a month still, so less affordable. So, you know, I was happy to buy the car. Let's keep the car. That'll work out just fine. But let me know what you'd have done in the comments. Would you have stick or would you have twisted? And there's loads of nice cars you could get for around this price that are EVs. You could get Polestar 2s, which you'd be looking at because they're a nice saloon sort of style, but have a little bit of a bigger boot hatch rather than the Tesla Model 3's one. So let me know what you'd have done. Have I made the right choice? Would you have made a different choice? Let me know. Cheers.